What's going on, guys? It is Deltre, and we are here with some Fire Emblem E3. Fire Emblem E3, of course, being the yearly event where Fire Emblem hackers from around the world get together to show their stuff. Today we are looking at Fire Emblem Radiant Redux, a project by Donald. Now, this is sort of a reinterpretation of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Now, as much as I love that game, there's absolutely no denying that there were some significant issues in terms of balancing, and some of the gameplay got a little bit ridiculous, especially later on in the game. This is a hack that sort of seeks to remedy a lot of that, update the gameplay, make it more interesting, more challenging in a lot of ways. Now, this is not a difficulty mod by any stretch of the imagination. However, I have a feeling that it's probably a little bit more tricky than what you might imagine. Just simply due to the fact that the original game was so unbalanced, right? You get characters like the Black Knight, characters like Nyla, Mesala Tabar, they can just rip through the entire game all on their own. But this should be something closer to an old school Fire Emblem game, or some other strategy RPGs that you guys might be familiar with, where you kind of need to use everybody to their fullest potential, and that's really cool. Speaking of their fullest potential, a lot of characters have potential now, so that's something else that I'm really looking forward to. I've actually played a little bit of this in the past, some of the earlier builds, and I liked what I saw. But today we are going to go on to part 3, which has not yet been released. So we're taking a little bit of a sneak peek at what might be in store for this project. Of course, if you are interested in this, there will be links down in the description below. And if you are interested in any of the other wonderful projects that are going to be displayed for this year's event, be sure to check those out as well. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, though. We are going on to part 3. Chapter 1, I do believe. We're not doing the prologue, but it's the Fog of War map, if you remember. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. Laguz and Bjork. Okay, so it's been a while since I played Radiant Dawn, so let's just take a look at our guys. We got Ike, of course, who is a little bit he's a little bit slow, I'm not gonna lie. Only 15 speed. I don't know what that means in terms of this game, though. For all I know, 15 speed is as good as it gets. We got the Atard here. Pretty heavy there. Wow, 24 weight, 58. And that's something else that this game does. It sort of tries to give purpose to a lot of weapons, right? A lot of the times in the original game, you would only ever really use the best weapon that you had, right? Whereas this seems to be trying to add some sort of situational use for more items. For example, the Atard here, it's pretty heavy, you probably won't double with it, but it has a lot of crit, it's very strong. So this would be something you would use, I assume this would be something you would use if you were trying to do a lot of damage in a single hit, or try to finish somebody off without taking a counterattack or something like that. And that's pretty neat, you don't really see something like that too often. As you can see, it's more than 3 times as strong as this iron sword. So there's very, very clear roles even for different types of weapons, and that's pretty neat. So we have Titania here, the greatest unit of all time. Let's see, she looks pretty good. I was actually told, just because of the way that this FE3 demo is set up, that a lot of these characters sort of lost out on a chapter's worth of experience, so I do have a lot of bonus experience that I can give these guys. Titania looks like she is more or less about what I would expect. You can also notice that you have a lot more capacity to play around with right off the bat. He's got 70 capacity to his name. I don't know if we have any skills that we can redistribute, but that's something to think about. I always really liked the way that Radiant Dawn handled the skill systems, because it gave you that extra little bit of flexibility, and you still had character individuality too, because some people would come with their own skills, but you still had the freedom to mix and match abilities, which was always really cool, I thought. Let's see, we got Soren here. I mean, I assume that Soren is supposed to be like this magical bomb character. Ah, yes, we can see right here that other characters besides Blaze will, in fact, have access to dark magic in this game, which is amazing. I always really liked the dark mage characters, but it was just so limited in Radiant Dawn. You only had the one character to begin with who could even use the stuff. Unless you want to count the super secret hidden character, I guess. But we don't talk about him because spoilers. Let's see here. Sword actually has D and Dark, and you can use this Ruin. Now this is something that I do remember. A lot of the spells and items in this game, dark magic in particular, have additional effects. So dark magic, for example, as you can see, will lower all damage taken by swords, lances, and axes by 6 points, which is really cool, really cool. Adds that extra little bit of variety, gives me a reason to use this spell over, say, the Elwind, if I'm trying to finish somebody off, so that Soren has a little bit of extra survivability, which is really nice. It's a very interesting take, I have to say. So it's not just a numbers game. You also have to pay attention to equipment, what you're doing with who, and so on and so forth, which is definitely neat. Other pretty cool things that you were seeing here is that magic is not uniform as far as ranges, right? This Ruin spell is only a 1 range spell, whereas the Elwind is 2 to 3 range, and I seem to remember that Thunder spells tend to be 1 range or 1 to 2 range. Similarly, Fire, as I recall anyways, I don't know. As I recall, Fire was 1 to 2 range as well. But the general takeaway from this is that not all spells are created equally. Each one of them has their own situational use, and I think that that's pretty cool as well. Now we have Formulate. What is this now? Increases the defense and resistance of adjacent LS by 5. That seems pretty appropriate for Soren, I think. And Focus, which is obviously, I mean, that just seems like this is something that they would have, you know what I mean? Let's see what else we got. We got Mist. Is it magic? A Holy Sword, magic-based. Oh, finally! Thank you. This should have been magic in the original game. That was one of the things that weirded me out the most, man. So she's actually got a pretty decent personal now. A Holy Sword, magic-based, that can be used for indirect attacks with high critical hit rates for Mist only. Cool. Cool. On the other hand, her stats are kind of garbage. She's only got luck, really. That's the only outstanding stat here. Of course, she is level 1. She has Miracle and Shove. Cool. Rolf, my man. The Recurve Bow, a unique bow that while low in power has very high accuracy and critical hit rates. And just the Steel Bow. So you can already see though, there's a lot of variance with this kind of thing. Rolf now has Adept, which, yeah, that makes sense, right? That makes sense to me. Focus and Shove. So I'm guessing he's more of a growth character. Oh my god, Boyd, your skill. Somebody said help. At least he's got Biorhythm on his side. You can also see the HP is a little bit higher in this game. A little bit higher. And I guess we're going to have to see how that plays out in context. Let's see, so we got this Boga. That's a little bit less accurate than I remember, so we can't just rely on that, I guess, to make up for his low skill. And a Killer Axe. Yeah, I think that Boyd might want a different weapon here. He's looking a little bit shaky on accuracy. Wrath, of course. Yeah, that's about right. Can raise critical hit percentage by 50 when the unit has 30% or less. So I assume that that's not really much change. Now we got Oscar. I was warned in advance that Oscar might be pretty important for this next map because he has the Boon skill. So I assume that there might be some sort of status stats flying around right here. I haven't really looked at the map itself. So we're kind of going in blind to this, but I imagine that I probably want to at least maybe give Oscar a few bonus levels here. Restores all adjacent allied to normal condition. And he seems to be focused in more on speed like he was in the original Path of Radiance. So that's cool. I'm down for that. Oscar's always a cool guy. Now we have Shinon, who has, oh my gosh, your strength definitely took a hit there, bud. I'm guessing that that's meant to sort of distinguish him from Rolf, whereas in the original Radiant Dawn, Shinon was just Rolf, but you didn't have to train him more or less. So I think that that's good to sort of add some difference between the two. Shinon's still pretty good. His bases are looking pretty solid there. Pretty fast. Not quite as strong as I would have expected, though. That's for sure. We got this crossbow, 32 might. Golly. That's pretty strong. Oh, yeah, and the longbows in this game are pretty crazy, too, because they actually have 3 up to 5 panels, which is definitely a lot more useful. I'll say that right off the bat. Of course, you do still take that accuracy penalty, so that's something to think about as well, but it gives snipers an extra little bit of flexibility. And besides, they generally have pretty good skill as well, so you can use that to sort of pick off distant foes, which I definitely like. We have Gotri, he's about what you would expect, right? Really strong, pretty tanky here. You also notice, though, that defensive values tend to be a little bit lower, and I kind of agree with that. A lot of the Fire Emblem games out there tend to hit this point where you're either taking a lot of damage from a single hit, or your defense is so high that you're taking 0 damage. So I think that by having overall lower defensive stats, you can kind of keep HP a little bit more relevant as a stat. Let's see, the Great Lance here, powerful lance, pretty accurate, very heavy. Very heavy, but I'm liking the accuracy on that, I definitely am. Shinon only had Provoke, as he should. Now we have Reese. Reese actually has a Seraph Robe. Increases max HP by 4 when used. So that's going to place a little bit more importance on how characters grow naturally, then I take it. Yeah, I kind of like that. It makes HP not a dump stat, you know what I mean? got lots of magic, really, really high luck cap there, but he's about what you would expect, not very fast, not very tanky at all, only 44 HP, and as we've seen from the rest of the characters, that's basically nothing. And something pretty interesting about bishops in this game is that they actually deal effective damage to dragons, wyverns included. So they actually do have a little bit of combat utility depending on the situation. I don't seem to remember too many wyverns on this map, at least not in the original game, but we'll see, we'll see. Now we have Mia, who's like, just eyeballing it. She's like magic swordsman, which is really cool because the wind edges are now magically based. So that gives Mia something really interesting to do, and it also helps out Mist a lot too, thinking about it, because she can use these pretty well, I would imagine, once her personal weapon runs dry. So that's something to think about, I would imagine. Mia seems to be like a dual threat here, though. Really, well, I don't want to say good strength, but solid enough strength and solid magic as well. No defenses. Oh my gosh, girl, 7 defense. She made a wet tissue paper. Can allow this team to attack first. I imagine that this hasn't been changed. It's probably just percentage based as it always has been. And we're back to Ike, okay. No shop, and I don't believe the infos have been changed at all. No, it doesn't look like it. Now, something we can check out are the growth rates of the characters, which are basically on display for you, which is really nice. Oh, Laura the Broken! Laura was really, really good in the original version of this patch. Gotta say, I love that girl. Swordmaster with an affinity for mystic blades. Yeah, so Mia's like a magic swordsman. You can see their growths, and they're I don't want to say they're lopsided necessarily, but they're very, very specialized. It's something that I had noticed, and that sort of evokes the feeling of old school Fire Emblem, in my opinion, because in those games, a lot of the times characters would be good at 1 or 2 things, and then they would just be absolutely trash at everything else. For example, a character might be really, really fast, but they would have very low chances of actually growing in state strength, for example. And that's something you would see in a lot like a game such as Fire Emblem 5 or Tearing Saga, especially Tearing Saga, honestly. So I think that that's kind of what Dunno was going for with this. That's not to say the characters don't have their own, that's not to say the characters don't grow, though. As you can see, Ike here has very solid growth rates all across the board. And yeah, we are kind of seeing the defensive values are a little bit on the lower side. A little bit on the lower side, except for apparently Ilyana here, who is a beast. But yeah, we can check out all the characters that we got so far. Ike was pretty balanced overall. Mia was pretty interesting. I kind of like that whole dual threat aspect of her. Belug is very good, of course, but we don't really have access to him. Something worth pointing out is that Lagoons don't suck in this. Let's look at Gotri here. 70, 50, 35. Yeah, so Gotri's looking pretty alright. Yeah, Lagoons don't actually suck in this because they can actually level up, which is very different from the original game. If you've not played the original version of Radiant Dawn, essentially Lagoons, they were screwed by a number of circumstances. For one, they relied solely on their weapon rank to give them more power, which was already a handicap in and of itself. Oh my god, raise Magic Bomb. Magic Bomb, dude. But not only did they rely solely on their weapon rank, they had a lot of difficulty in actually leveling up because whenever they transformed, they took a very severe experience penalty, and that meant that leveling them up was a near impossibility. The only way you could do it would be to feed them kills while untransformed, and or feed them bonus experience in the base. However, in this, the curve has been smoothed out so that they actually have a fighting chance to keep up with the rest of your army without expending a whole bunch of bonus experience. And that's something that I really like. That is an improvement without any doubt. Oh, shit on my man. Yeah, these are very Kaga-esque growth rates, that's for sure. 50% HP, 15% strength. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. Shinon, for example, is a character who's not meant to be incredibly strong, clearly. And the growth rates reflect that. There's not much of a chance of him really stepping outside of his niche. And that can be good, that can be bad, depending on how you look at it. I think it's good for overall gameplay balance. I definitely do. And of course, there's always the bonus experience that you can take advantage of in this game as well to patch up any character's weak points. But I think that it sort of ensures that if you really want a character to be good at something, you have to put in the effort, you know what I mean? If I want Shinon to be incredibly strong that I have to put in the effort to make sure that he's maxing out his skill, his speed, his hit points, his defenses, and then I can use bonus experience to sort of patch up his weaker points, which I think is good. Adds to the strategy, I feel. Yeah, he's about what you would expect. Lots of skill, 110%, 75 magic. Yeah, he looks pretty solid. Let's see, Titania, your strength is a little bit low, girl. I don't know about all that. She looks very solid, though, like sort of a Jagan-esque character, I suppose. Compared to some of the other characters we've seen, her growth rates aren't particularly special. But I think she'll do just fine on bases alone, in all honesty. Let's see what else we got. A whopping 5% magic. Yeah, his growth rates are actually really good. Boyd has incredible growth rates. Wow. Of course, that skill, though, has me a little bit skeptical. I won't lie, but... Man, where's Marcia's growth rate? What's going on? Missed. About what you would expect, right? Balanced across the board. Yeah, she's got very solid growth rates for sure. A cleric in training with promising combat potential. Okay. You know, for Laguz, those growth rates are really not too bad. Now, again, if you have not played Radiant Dawn before, Laguz essentially get double their stats whenever they transform. So, if I get a +1 for Liar's Strength, for example, that is essentially +2 whenever she transforms. So that sort of explains why the Laguz have typically on the lower side of the growth spectrum. But these are, believe it or not, a huge improvement over the vanilla version of this game. I don't recall too many stats that Laguz had over a 30%, unless it was luck, you know. So this is definitely interesting. I understand that the gauges have been worked on quite a bit as well, so we might be seeing some of that. Lathe, I imagine that Lathe has better bases, which would be the trade-off there with Liar. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Now, I was actually told that the reason that we have so much bonus experience is to make up for the fact that I wasn't able to play the prologue in this part. But I would still definitely give Titania a level here, let's be honest. I always use Titania because she is the greatest, so let's go ahead and give her 1 bonus experience level here. Let's see what we get. I need a new pair of shoes. Speed is good. Speed is definitely good. I don't know how much resistance is really going to matter on this map, but it's something, I guess. I feel like Rolf wouldn't be a bad one, but his growth rates were really good. So I almost feel kind of wasteful using bonus experience on this guy, you know what I mean? Because we'll only get 3 stats that way. I'll tell you what, let's give some to Oscar. Let's give Oscar like 2 levels here. Maybe we can get some speed, something like that. A little bit more durability wouldn't hurt. I imagine that he should be pretty valuable here. Hit point, skill, speed is good. I don't imagine he's going to be like doubling sword masters or crap like that, but hey, every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Hit points, speed, luck. Okay, so that's pretty good for Oscar, I think. Combat mist. I really want combat mist. See, I want to dump all of it into her, but I don't feel like that would be very realistic. Let's give her 2, I guess. I don't really know what to expect. I should probably look at the map before I do all this crap. Not gonna lie. Oh well, hopefully nobody thought I made great decisions or anything like that. Hit points, magic skill. That was really not great. Magic is okay, I suppose. I'm really interested to see how she plays with the Floret actually being magic though now. Okay, she's getting kind of strong, but not very fast. I feel like more speed would definitely help her out here. I just want to dump the rest of it into mist, I'm not gonna lie. She had a good speed growth, as I recall. I don't really see Soren being able to double anything. Boyd maybe could if I gave him a level or 2. I mean, that doesn't sound like the worst idea. But I don't know if he would get speed. Let's give him 1. Let's give 1 to Boyd. Maybe he'll hit a little bit harder now. Maybe he'll hit a little bit faster. Hey, speed, there we go. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. If I can get him doubling, that'd be kind of sick, actually. Yeah, let's just give 1 more to Boyd, whatever. And then we can give the last one to Rolf. How about that? How about that, man? Sounds good to me. More speed, man. Hit points, skill, speed again. Yeah, Boyd's not looking so bad here. And I think that Rolf actually doesn't get a level from that. Ooh, that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, he is on best biorhythm, to be fair. And biorhythm actually is fairly impactful in Radiant ReDux, as I recall. So that could be something, but I'm kind of fearful with only 50% accuracy. Whatever. We'll just roll with this. We'll roll with this. We'll see what happens. It's Fog of War, of course. So this could go very well, or this could go very poorly. Apparently, the goal here is about 9 turns for max bonus experience, so I guess we're going to see what happens. So we can actually see quite a bit of this map. there we go. That's what we want. We can actually see quite a bit of this map. A lot of these torches are already lit, and that's pretty interesting right off the bat because that means that these guys will more likely than not be dousing the torches. Also, something else that is pretty nice about this patch is actually based around normal mode, which means we have things like enemy ranges. If you've not played hard mode in Radiant Dawn, for whatever perplexing reason, they decided to remove the ability to check enemy ranges, which is just obnoxious more than anything else. Now that's not going to be an issue here, which is great. Now it looks like Boyd can actually double that guy due to the bonus levels we gave. Maybe we want to send Boyd this way. A lot of things to consider here. We got a cleave bow. Let's actually look at these guys so that we, one, can see what we're up against, and two, we can have some idea of what to expect from Radiant ReDux. Now, this game does sort of play by its own rules here. We got another interesting item here. A bow that is effective against armored knights instead of flyers. So that's pretty cool. We want to grab that without any doubt. We want to get that over to Shinon or potentially even Rolf, honestly. How heavy was that now? 20 weight, so both of them are going to be getting weighed down pretty significantly, honestly. Now, what else do we got? We got a general here. 15 speed on these guys. The good old Radiant Dawn general with more speed than Micaiah. That's just what I wanted to see. Looks like the axe generals are significantly slower, however. Okay, so that's something to think about. We got the strategists. Low level wind. So wind is actually a 3-range only spell. That's pretty interesting. Sword masters, about as fast as you would expect. 22 speed. We're not doubling those guys. Not too bulky though, not too bulky. And that's something that I think is pretty important. I always really hate when enemies are insanely bulky, you know what I mean? Really difficult to take down. It's not a whole lot of fun, honestly. These guys don't seem to be too insane. It feels almost more like a new mystery kind of thing, where they might have some decent HP, but their defenses don't really back that up. Only 14 defense on this halberdier. Of course, they do have the vigilance ability, however, so that's a little bit annoying to try and take this guy down. He's gonna have some good avoid, to say the very least. These guys aren't too crazy though. No, Brave Lance on you. Let's go ahead and turn you on. Hammer on you. We don't really want Gottfried to get popped by that. Definitely not. Short axes, longbows, and concoctions. El Thunder, which is actually a 1-range spell, but it's very powerful as I recall. Yes, 13 power, 85 hit, fairly accurate, fairly strong. We want to watch out for that for sure. That guy's dead, so like... Okay, and we're actually back to the start. We are actually back to the start. So I think that what we are going to do is bring up the fact that Lyre and Lathe are both here as they were in the original version. However, they are both controllable here. They are both controllable. I have full control over both of them, which is great. I mentioned that I'm going to need to use them here without any doubt. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember exactly how the cat gauges work out here. Does it say? No, it doesn't. I feel like Lyre's going to be able to transform on the next turn no matter what I do. Let's look at their bases real quick. So Lyre is weak, as you would expect. But once she transforms here, she's going to be able to get some stuff done. Now, why is she getting that? Of course. And as you can see there, Soren's actually buffing up her defenses a little bit. Yeah, so Lathe is more about the bases, whereas Lyre is more about the growths. And as you can see, the cats actually retain a bit of their stats. It looks like speed in this case. In fact, all the Lagoos will be retaining some of their stats while untransformed, so as to not leave them as sitting ducks, which is pretty cool. I do appreciate that change without a doubt. Now, where is Boyd? Here's Boyd. He's going to smash this guy without any doubt. Yeah, honestly, I say let's just get to it. How does Boyd do here? That is a 1-round KO. Unless we miss. Good old Fire Emblem. How I missed you. Let's see. Let's turn these on, I think. I'm trying to find the Z button so I can actually turn animations on just for player phase. I don't really want to have them on enemy phase. I don't think that this would be a bad move, but then again, Soren could also chip down one of these guys a little bit. Doesn't look like Soren actually loses accuracy at a distance there with the Elwyn, so that's good to know as well. Seems like that's only a bow penalty. Well, I don't want to leave Boyd out here all by himself. Oscar should be good to do some damage against this guy. Yeah, there we go. I knew I had the Z button around here somewhere. Let's get it, buddy. So that's pretty good damage on this guy right off the bat. We want to get that cleave bow. I imagine that's going to help us out a ton with all of these generals everywhere. And I am going to put Oscar next to Boyd because I do want to account for the possibility of there potentially being some kind of stage staff flying around here. And that will allow us to restore Boyd right off the bat. Now, I don't know, does Reese have a restore staff? He does not. I didn't use the Seraph robe either. Whoops, I definitely meant to do that. Definitely meant to use that up. Oh well. Gotcha. We might want to pull some of these guys over to us, but I'm a little bit afraid here that there may be something hidden in those shadows. I don't know just how aggressive we want to be here, really. Well, I'll tell you what, Titania can blow this man back. Oh my god, Titania can blow anybody back. I forgot who she was. My bad. Tell you what, with Soren's 3 range, we can actually take a shot at this guy, which should be good. We can get him a little bit lower here for us, and then I believe Titania should be able to smash him. I'll still have to take the hit, unfortunately. Maybe I can get him a little bit lower than that, even. If I use Reese, that might not be bad. Of course, that's going to put him pretty low if I get hit both times, which I probably will, let's be honest. Next to Soren, though, that's not too bad. With that Formulate bonus, we're taking a total of minus 10 damage here, which is pretty nice. I'm just trying to do this so that I can preserve a little bit of health on Titania. I want her on the front. She is still very good after all. You know, I like that Reese is actually tankier here than he is in the original game. I'm pretty sure that if this were normal Radiant Dawn, he would have just died right then. Reese was like super frail in that game, I swear. It was absolutely no joke. So I can take this guy out with Titania. Yeah. And then I can still get her out there in the front. I want Gotri down here for sure. We can pull some of these guys over to us. Nope, not rescue. And I'm actually really tempted to put Lyre, like, back here so that she's in range of the Elwyn guy, which will guarantee that she can transform. In fact, if I do that, I can put her right here next to Soren. She'll be able to transform. I'm going to use the stone on Lathe. Yeah. I think we're getting somewhere. I feel like we're getting somewhere. I can smack this guy. Might as well. Oh, I can't even use the Iron Sword, unfortunately. Not unless I go with Miss first. Yeah, I didn't actually see a whole lot of 2 range, which is something that I also really appreciate. You see that a lot with these Fandags, where enemies tend to have a little bit more 2 range than they are really entitled to, but I'm not seeing so much of that. Seems very reasonable so far. We can finish that guy off with Ike with the Iron Sword so as to not miss. I'd actually kind of like Mia to work on this guy. Oh, not from there though, because that's where Shinon's gonna move. Yeah, we can move Shinon here. He can finish off this sniper by using the crossbow, take him out of here, and get the cleave bow as well, which should help us out. There's a lot of generals here. I'm seeing a lot of generals here. Maybe he and Rolf can trade that around a little bit. Actually, yeah, I will give this to Mia as opposed to just having Titania wreck him. Let's go with the Wind Edge. There could be something over there on the left-hand side for all I know. I'd really prefer there not to be, but if there was, you know, I'd rather have the 2 range. Plus, this is a level up for Mia. And really, isn't that what matters at the end of the day? Let's see, hit points, skill, speed, luck. Ooh, missed both of her offensive stats. That's a little bit unfortunate. You know, where's Reese? Let me give this robe to Titania. I definitely meant to do that, but I totally forgot. Totally forgot. I'd rather have her with the Silver Axe, honestly, out here. So I'm going to move her right here. With said Silver Axe, she should be able to smack around those guys if they choose to come. Lathe can move in a little bit. I'm thinking that there's going to be plenty of stuff for her to do in the south. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Laguz Stone. In fact, where is Rolf? Here's Rolf. Ooh, I mean, I'm kind of sketchy about doing it like this, but we're going to move her here with the Laguz Stone. I'd rather have Gotri take the brunt of that. Now, cats do actually want to see more fighting in this version of the game. It will essentially recharge their gauge, so if I can keep Lathe and Lyre fighting every single turn, they'll essentially stay transformed indefinitely. Looks like there were some guys down there, so I guess not moving in too much was the correct move. Of course, Boyd's going to take 800 billion damage because he's going to get doubled by that Swordmaster, as expected, really. Not too much we can do about that. Now, unfortunately, I think that General just prevented Lyre from being attacked. which is not exactly what I was looking for. I was kind of hoping that she would get attacked here, which would allow her to transform, theoretically. There's that provoke kicking in. I don't know if that's good or not. Gotri can take it. Yeah, he's not getting doubled there. There's no way. Now, hopefully, Liar actually does get enough gauge here to transform. Yeah, they're going to douse the torches. So that's pretty interesting. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. That was one of those sort of nothing mechanics in the original game, because the enemy basically never had a chance to do it. Even if they had wanted to. Yeah, I think that if I could have somehow pulled this guy closer, we could have gotten him out of our hair. But alas. That said, we can pretty easily bring back Gotri here. Do I think Liar can take this guy? Probably not. The Thunder Mages are actually fairly tanky. Yeah, we can definitely have Leif just smash this guy. And that's going to be great for her. As you can see, though, she's actually gaining gauge from that, which is pretty insane, honestly. Definitely appreciated. Definitely appreciated. Now, there could be a Fire Mage out here. That's the last thing we want. The weaknesses haven't been changed at all, to my knowledge. So a Fire Mage would still be very, very bad for Leif. Let's move her in a little bit. I don't want to get too crazy. I just don't. I don't want to die, man. How you doing here? That's pretty okay. Can we finish him? Not even close. Not even close. My God, Gotri. You gotta work on that, my man. Something else pretty interesting is that all healing staves are now 2 range, to my knowledge. At least the mend and the heal staff itself. So we can heal up Gotri from a safe distance here. Now then, in order for Titania to get through here, though, we are going to have to... I think we're going to have to use Soren here. So let's go ahead and do that. No problem. I can actually use Mia for these generals, considering that she has magical damage. So that's something we can do. I feel like this southern group is not as well supported as I would have liked, to be honest. That's about the best we can do there. Titania, though, can easily break through. Easily. And in fact, there's absolutely no reason to attack in melee. We can take this guy out with the short axe. Like so. And of course, there are those villages there as well. I don't know how deep I want to throw Titania here. Man, it's kind of hard to tell. They're just... let's go right about here. Oh, hey, what's up? So that turned out to be the right spot, I guess. Well, pretty awkward, but it looks like it should be safe for Shinon to move in as well. I don't really want to be in range of that longbow guy, because there's really no reason to take that, those pot shots, you know what I mean? Really no reason at all, so I can take this guy out easily. I'm liking this cleave bow, that's a cool idea. Definitely helps archers out quite a bit, gives them something else to do. Prevents them from being essentially useless unless you're facing a flyer, which is really nice. I mean, I may have to send Ike back. It's starting to look like it. It's definitely starting to look that way. Now, Rolf does have the torch still on him, so I guess if we shoot on this guy, nice adept there, totally useful, great skill, great ability. We can go ahead and have him take that guy out. I believe that Ike should be able to do some good stuff here, in theory. I'm essentially just trying to clear the way if I can. You know, in all fairness, though, Oscar's actually doing some pretty good damage to this guy. This may be the way to go. This may just be the way to go. And you know, I'm noticing that there's kind of been a de-emphasis placed on one-round KOing crap, which I do appreciate. It's probably a change for the better, to be perfectly honest. Because how many times have you played a Fire Emblem game where the only thing that matters is how easily you're able to one-round KO enemies? And I feel like doing things this way allows for more room for other characters to contribute. It sort of widens the playing field a little bit, so to speak. Let's see here. See, I'd almost like to move Boyd into attack the Ruin guy, because he's no doubt going to be my best bet there. But the problem is if I don't heal him, then of course he's kind of a sitting duck. So I don't know how smart that would be. And I also need to consider this Sword Master up here as well. Does Mia have? Yes, she does. Okay. So let's say I took the Wind Edge here. It's 15. That's no damage. Ike, you are so bad with magic swords. So clearly not his niche. Clearly. Well, I'm thinking that Liar and Godfrey should be able to kill this guy. If I've done any kind of math. Yeah. These two should be able to gang up on this general pretty nicely. And something else that's pretty cool about cats in this game is that they actually have Canto. So even though it looks like I've just essentially blocked off Godfrey from being able to reach this guy, I have in fact not. Or we can just critical hit him and take him out entirely. Sick. That works too. Better, in fact. Okay, so you can see right there, there's actual experience to be had for Lagoose fighting now, which is definitely good. Definitely good. Let's see. Yeah, we can get her out of there a little bit. And I guess since we... Oh, there's a village there. Right. Those filthy subhumans. And there's a blue gem for the Greil Mercenaries. Okay, so with that said, we're looking good. We are looking good for the time being. The only thing is that I'd really rather not have to... Because here's the thing. I would like to heal Boyd. I would really like to heal Boyd so that he can shoot on this ruin guy. With the short axe, that's 38. You have 11 defense. You're going to die to the longbow if I do that. I mean, I kind of have to heal him. I have to heal him, so we will attack with miss. And then I'll have Boyd heal himself, I guess. Yeah, probably the best way to do it. He has a concoction after all. I just gotta stay out of range of you and you. So Mitz can move it. No! Oh, god damn it. I definitely meant to attack. No, I'm not even a subhuman. That's the worst part. I definitely meant to attack there. Oh, man, that's a bummer. So I guess we are gonna have to take it slow then. And hopefully I can hit this 80. There we go. I definitely meant to have her attack with the Florette, and then have Ike finish off this Swordmaster. And then I was going to move Boyd in with the crossbow equipped, but unfortunately that was not meant to be, sadly. They're just going to get themselves murdered by Titania. Oh god, there it is, the sleep staff. Where is he? We got to take him out of here. Yeah, they're going to go for Boyd. That was kind of what I was hoping for, though, assuming there's not something else to finish him off, which there very easily could be in hindsight. It's kind of why I wanted to heal him up, but nothing you can do about that. That was my own fault, though. I completely misclicked. Ooh, it's getting kind of sketchy for your girl. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, thankfully the movement order is bad. Oh! Titania, please. Expertly calculated by yours truly. Now. Whoa there. Oh, I need a second. That was too much, man. It was Titania. She was never gonna die. Are you kidding? She's the greatest. Now, seeing as I got a little bit of luck there on my side, I think that, well, first of all, we can move in with Rolf. Rolf is unfortunately not able to reach anybody, but we can reapply this torch so that we can make sure. Aha! Fire Mage. I knew it! I knew it! Alright, so we narrowly avoided death right then. I think I can take out all of these guys, though, without too much of an issue. This longbow guy, though, is starting to get a little bit annoying. I cannot lie. Definitely got to be honest about that. Yeah, we are all kinds of out of position here. This is atrocious. I don't like any of this. I do not care for any of this. However, we can at the very least heal up Boyd, so that's something. And we can even use the med staff. So he's basically back to full. Titania's not looking so hot. She's definitely seen better days. Wow. This Fire Mage kind of puts a damper on my parade here a little bit. I'm thinking we can take this. I'm thinking we can take it. Oscar can put this guy so low that not Liar. Yeah, I wish. Lathe can actually finish him off without having to eat the Hellfire. So that's how we want to start this. Oscar's gonna do as he does. Oh, you know what? I could have doled out supports. Why didn't I assign supports? Man, I'm losing my touch, guys. This is ridiculous. All right, so Liar, Lathe, the cat. The cat can kill this fire user with relative ease. That would have been a lot of damage, but thankfully we are able to avoid that very nicely here and regain some of our gauge as well. Probably should have given the Olivia Grass over to Liar because she's not seeing quite as much combat at this point. Let's see what we can do for healing. Who has concoctions? Oh, there's a vulnerary on Rolf. I think that's gonna have to do. Of course, no. No. We want to get the damage on you. Okay, well, assuming that there are still reinforcements on this map, this might not be the worst idea in the world. If I have Guthrie shove me, she can combine with Liar to kill this guy. Without a doubt, assuming that we can connect all of our attacks here. Let's go. There's one. And now we just need to send in Mia. That's even going to help out our gauge a little bit, which is nice. I do appreciate the fact that cats actually benefit from seeing combat now. Certainly helps them not stand out as by far the worst Lagoon's class to be. So that's something. That's certainly something. Let's see. I killed this guy with a sword and I healed Titania. She can then take one hit. She's not going to get hit twice because she's Titania. She kills that guy. We killed this guy somehow, with Boyd most likely. Shinon kills this guy, and then Ike chokes the point. I think that sounds good. Let's put that into action here. Ooh, do I still get 23? No, there's no way. There's no way. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's do it from here, though, because I want to keep that space available. So heal Titania. Boyd murders this guy. Hopefully. And if this fails, we still have some outs. There we go. Get out of here. Not so bad so far. Titania can smack this guy. Strike him down to the ground. How close can Soren get? He can actually only get to here, which isn't ideal. I would have liked to somehow have him available to, like, buff up with his formulate. That's a pretty good ability, I'm not gonna lie. 5 defense, 5 res, that's no joke. Sadly, we can't really take advantage of that. I may have to have Titania book it, though, after this. She's only got 14 defense. This guy has way too much attack. So if she gets hit here, we gotta bounce if she gets hit. Let's watch this. Come on now, Titania. Show 'em why you're the best. Oh, no. Oh, no! Oh, god damn. Play this a little bit too close to the chest here. If I actually have Soren next to Titania, though, she can survive a hit, which would be preferred so that I can keep her closer to the front. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can have Titania, like, right here, I guess. Yeah, and then I can move Soren right about here. I'd rather have her closer to the action for obvious reasons, I assume. She's Titania, come on. Soren pops that guy. Shinon smacks the Armor Knight. We still haven't really found that. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait, I have made a huge error. Well, what we can do in that case, if I hit him once. Yeah, we're good. If I hit him, then we can finish him off without taking the retaliation. I keep thinking that Shinon's some ultimate tank because he was for whatever reason in the original game. But not so here, not so. So we gotta be a little bit careful. I'm even gonna put Shinon here, so that should help boost his survivability quite a bit. Thanks to Soren. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to. I need this guy to die, without any doubt. And there shouldn't be anybody in range that can die. Not even Titania. Here comes the sleep staff, of course. We are gonna have to use Oscar for that. We're definitely gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna go for Shinon, but he can survive easily. Assuming he can even get hit. My god, this guy. Oh, who is this? Oh my god, stop. This has been a lot closer than I would have liked, I'm not gonna lie. Where are all these guys coming from? And here comes some more reinforcements. Quite a few at that. Oh my. Well, thankfully, we restore a little bit of health with that staff. Alright, that's not the end of the world. Oh, this isn't even that bad because this guy actually moved in such a way that Oscar should be able to... Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. It's fine. This battle axe here. A mighty axe that is hard to wield and its weight makes consecutive attacks difficult. No kidding, with 32 weight. Of course, this guy is still not losing that much speed, only 5. You know, I'd really like to see where this sleep guy is chilling. Where you at, bud? Oh, what the heck? How? Where is he? He must be like way up here in this one spot that I can't see, of course. I was gonna try and kill him, but I guess I can't. Very unfortunate. You have a movement of 9, I think, yeah. That's not really great. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did I say not really great? I meant amazing. Look at this. Liar, on the other hand, it's about what I would expect, yeah. So yeah, Lathe is tearing it. I'm liking Lathe. Lathe is looking really good. Looking really, really good. We can whittle this guy pretty significantly, get a little bit of gauge back. Oscar can then finish this guy off while standing next to Ike. Yeah, it's not so bad. That's not so bad. We can get Ike back in the game. We're going to want him, no doubt. I could probably kill this guy with Titania, but one of those generals up there actually has a horse slayer, which is not really great. If she gets slept, that could be it. If she gets slept, man, that really could be it. But I think we're going to roll these dice. Well, I think we need to get Titania back in the game for sure. So let's start. We heal her. This bishop is insane, by the way. He's got more HP and more defense than this warrior. What's going on, man? I don't really know how I'm dealing with that guy, but we can throw a short axe with Titania here. And the reason that I want to use the silver axe is so I can put it next to Dangle Oscar there, because I know that that damn sleep dude is somewhere. He's somewhere. I'm not really sure where. But I can throw Lyre out here. I feel like we'd have an easier time protecting her if Titania were still in the game here. So I'm going to throw Lyre out here. We get a level up. Maybe a good one even. Strength would not hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely pretty good. And there's this asshole. I knew he'd be around here somewhere. He's only got one charge of this left. So we can get basically everybody back. I imagine he puts Lyre to sleep. I should imagine. But I think we can take these guys more likely than not. And I would like to get the strategist dude. I'd like to get him distracted, essentially. I'm thinking about throwing Gotri out here. I'm thinking about it for sure. Boyd, though, he's so inaccurate that I'm probably just going to have him shove Mia, which makes the most sense because she actually has a chance here, I think. So if I shove Mia, right, she can run up on this guy with the Wo Dao, which won't kill him, but it definitely has a chance to do some really nice stuff here. Let's hope for that. Yes, Mia, please, thank you. So with that crit, there's a good shot. Well, I say a good shot, but there is a shot. The Gotri can kill this guy. We don't. God damn it, dude. Well, Miss Stone. No chance. That's not very good. That's certainly not very good. Yeah, because that's really good damage and all, but I need Soren to finish this guy off. I don't have an alternative. Does the Elwyn do a better job? Yeah, marginally. That sucks. That really sucks. Well, we can throw the Elwyn to this guy, like so. Then with Shinon, I mean, we kind of have to do this. He's really my only way. It's really the only way here. I don't know what's going to happen now. C rank. B rank. I thought I was going to get cheeky there for a second. Give Miss the Wo Dao. Oh, she can actually do it herself. Hot damn, Miss. This is what I'm talking about. So we can take this guy out of here with the 8-year-old girl. Amazing. Amazing. So somehow we're still in this. Somehow. Thanks to Mia. Like, solely thanks to Mia. I should have definitely taken the depth off Rolf because, let's be honest, he was never doing anything here. They doused the torch, of course. Gotri takes a million, but he's still in it. There shouldn't be anything else in order to finish him off. They're actually going to sleep on Oscar, which is annoying. I don't think that he'll be able to restore himself, but he should, in theory, still restore Ike regardless. Here comes the reinforcements. If he doesn't restore Ike, then it's looking really bad. He doesn't restore Ike because he himself is asleep. That was not something that I had considered. I didn't really think it would work like that. Does it say that? No, it doesn't, but... whatever. Damn it. That's gonna suck because now this guy with the horse layer is gonna ruin everything, basically. That's how I see this going down. I imagine Titania just gets murdered. Actually, she really doesn't. Like, not even close. Not even slightly. So if I can somehow... No, that's not gonna happen. Lathe, maybe? But I feel like Lathe is too far away to get back to a safe position. That's the thing. And don't think I didn't notice those reinforcements down there. That's definitely something to think about. I think, though, that Shinon can probably murder this guy through the fence. Yeah, he can. So we can, at the very least, kill the Arcwind guy. Probably want to do that right here. I can't think of a better opportunity to murder this guy. I really can't. The worst case scenario, though, would be more to range. Oh, or this. This is also pretty bad. Yeah. Now, this boss is actually looking a little bit scary here. Quite a bit of health on him. I imagine that Titania still solidly 2 rounds him, though. Yeah, with these. With these. We actually don't double the short spear guy. He must be particularly fast or something. Yeah, 17. Man, what really did it was Ike not waking up here. I mean, that was kind of on me, though. I should have probably expected it to work like that. I was just kind of hoping that Oscar wouldn't be the target. I thought for sure somebody else over there would have had less resistance. I'm actually going to throw over Soren, though. Yeah, I think Soren shouldn't be too bad here. And I can attack right now, and then I can trade him to the Ruin, which should actually allow him to survive this fairly competently, I think. Well, I say that 36 minus, ooh. Well, I mean, yeah, we're doing this. We're doing it. I think this is the way. It really just kind of depends on what spawned over there. Oh, and then this guy. Oh, I didn't expect that. I think Soren's dead. Why does he still have so much accuracy? Oh, we're definitely not dodging crap. And it bypasses Aura. Why don't I check these things? Well, I guess we can just try to somehow win. Yeah, this is basically it. I think. I'm pretty sure Soren is done for. I did not expect the Great Sword to bypass Aura. I'm not sure that would have been enough either way, but it's definitely gonna do him in. I have no doubt. Unless we get some kind of miracle dodge here. I mean, it's always possible. Oh, speaking of miracles, shouldn't I just throw Mist out there regardless because she has that? Yeah, I mean, can reduce a lethal blow to half. It's better than for sure gonna die. It's better than what Soren is dealing with here. I mean, objectively, this is the move. Objectively, this is the correct move. And Mia, what the hell, come back. Use the concoction, why not? There's always the chance that she survives somehow. But I'm thinking this is a mulligan, for sure. See what we can see over here. Yeah, looks like it's just those 2 guys. And of course the reinforcements that just spawned in as well. Yeah, you're under attack. Must not know. He came after Titania, that's crazy. You know, with counter, if that had gone off twice, I think that we might have been able to kill him, which is pretty funny. Say, where did the Horslayer guy go? Oh, silence? Oh, that's a different bishop entirely. Oh. Interesting, so this guy actually screwed up. We have a chance. Ooh, we're in this. We actually are in this. Because there's no way that Soren is gonna... I mean, Soren's going to allow Mist to survive, I think. Well, for sure he will. It really just depends on these reinforcements. If they can somehow reach Soren, then that would be awful. Oh, speaking of awful. So, we're not dead, but this isn't really much better, to be honest. I am not liking our chances here. Because Reese just got silenced by this guy. I didn't even see him come in. And you just know there's at least 1 more guy. There's no way it's 3. It's got to be at least 4, surely. That's a bishop? That's a sage. Oh, they can use... Fire sages can use light magic and have Paragon. So that's really awesome for Khalil. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Khalil has Paragon, I take it? Oh, cool. Yeah, Khalil can really use the help in this game, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm thinking no matter what I do, Oscar is gonna die here. Because this guy can just hit him with a short spear. I can't kill this guy because he's just unfortunately slightly too fast. So I'm gonna chalk this up as an L. We can see what we can see in the south, see what those reinforcements are, and then we're gonna try this one again. Yeah, you lost the gate, but I'm gonna lose the battle, so it doesn't really matter too much. Titania's gonna get a level up. What's going on, guys? Real quick before we jump back into the live portion of this video, I just wanted to address a little bit of developer commentary from Dunnell himself. Real quick, you'll probably notice that I don't think too fondly of Gotri here in this hack, and I just thought it would be fair to include the developer's reasoning, so here we go on that. Now, apparently, Gotri actually shares the exact same class as Tironio as far as the game is concerned. So what that means in layman's terms is that because Tironio is a character designed with really good promotion bonuses, that due to the way that the game's coding handles things, it's also going to be applied to Gotri. So Tironio has great promotion gains, Gotri has great promotion gains. Okay. I still don't think that this is a very good showing for Gotri himself. I definitely think he's a very lackluster unit in this map in particular. But it was also pointed out that he does have some positive traits to him, such as the fact that he, unlike, say, Meg or Braum, is a little bit better at mixed tanking, so he can take both resistance hits and physical hits, so that was something as well. But just to give you guys a little bit of context from both sides, I really don't care for the way that Gatri plays during this map, but Dunnell himself has his reasons. That said, back to the video. Okay, so I've taken a second to figure things out a little bit, so we also have supports going this time, so that should help out quite a bit, I think. So far, I'm thinking that the Greil Mercenaries are not going to be able to stomp their way through their section of the game, which is good. I think that they had it just a little bit too easy in the original game, you know what I mean? There wasn't really too much that stood in their way, especially once you got Har over here as well, on top of having Titania and the rest of these guys being so great right off the bat. I also really like, from what I'm seeing, that a lot of these guys seem to have pretty defined roles, pretty interesting niches as well. I do like Mia a lot. She's made a wet tissue baby, she's gonna get smashed by literally everything, but I do like the fact that there is a unit who attacks on both sides of the defensive spectrum, and it seems like it's actually useful for her to be able to do that. Sometimes you want her to be able to attack physically, and other times magically. It seems like more often than not with these games that if a character is designed in such a way that they're supposed to be attacking on both sides, they really only end up doing one or the other, right? Think about somebody like Robin. I think he or she is like the number one example of this, in my mind anyways, where they're a character who can technically attack on both sides, but really 9 times out of 10 you just end up using magic, you know what I mean? I guess Corrin is an example of one that sort of works out, but I feel like Mia's in a pretty good spot. She seems like she could be fun. What is not fun, though, is Gatri. My god, I can't think of anything to do with this guy. This guy sucks. I gotta be honest, he sucks. There's absolutely no reason to ever use him under any circumstances. None that I can think of anyways. Like I said, I did take a few seconds to actually think about this map a little bit more, and it's tricky. I like that. I like a lot of things about this map. It's a fog of war map that is not too punishing, honestly. It doesn't really feel unfair. No real sucker punches that I'm seeing. But Gatri, man, what the hell is he supposed to be good for? I can't. Sure, he might take one more hit than the rest of your guys. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But he hits like a wet noodle, man. Why would I ever want him on the front lines? It just doesn't seem to be like an efficient move. I'd have a better bet with literally anybody else. Honestly, that's the bottom line. I would have had better success dumping all the bonus experience into Mist and having her front line than I would by using Gatri, in all honesty, because he is so bad. He is so he needs to be way stronger. Let me put it that way. He needs to be physically stronger. If I'm going to have him on the front, I want him to be able to do damage, and right now he can't do that at all. There's no benefit to putting him out there. I think we even saw on my first attempt there, him versus an enemy general. The enemy general is hitting him harder, and that doesn't feel right. I feel like they should at the very least be trading evenly, but that's not the case. That's not the case at all. So if there was any character in this entire demo that I would say needs work, and a lot of it, it would be Gatri. What I would do would be to just increase his base level so that you have an excuse to pump up his stats a little bit, because honestly, I get it. I get the fact that you want Meg and Braum to be sort of these growth units, right? At least that's how I see it. Meg and Braum are supposed to be more growth-oriented. Then why not make Gatri usable out of the gate? You know, Meg and Braum will overtake him eventually, but right now, man, oh man, there's nothing he can contribute here. Nothing whatsoever. The best use for Gatri on this map that I can think of would be to have him take hits for other people who are better. Really, Titania? Wow, that blows. That blows. I gave her Adept. She has a Killer Axe now. I gave her Silver Axe over to Boyd. And that was basically worst case scenario, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all of these guys now. Man, that really blows. Really, Titania? On best biorhythm with Adept and a Killer Axe. No kills. No kills whatsoever. Wow. That sucks. How are we dealing with that? Other characters, though, are feeling generally pretty good. Soren's not really as strong as I thought he would be, but his ability is so good that I really don't know if that necessarily makes any difference. Mia, I've already kind of said she's pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to be using her here, though. That sucks. How am I getting through that? How am I getting through that? Well, see, this is what I'm talking about with Gotri, by the way. Look at this. He doesn't even kill this guy. And now I know that Mage Knights are more defensive. 15 defense, 53 HP. You know, for a knight, that's fairly tanky. He should be killing this guy from this position. There's no reason that he should be so weak. And he has a great lance, too, which are generally a lot stronger than the other lances I have available. But that kind of damage is just so pathetic that there's no reason to even consider him to do anything, honestly. Liar... like, he should not be as effective as vanilla version Liar, let me put it that way. And that's about where he stands in my mind. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing with this situation. I would have liked to get Titania over here, kind of like what we did on the first time, because that seemed to work out fairly well. It's just that Oscar got put to sleep, and that's what kind of killed me. Well, we can have Rolf kill this guy. Rolf is actually good. I mean, not necessarily right here, but I feel like if I would have either gave him some bonus experience and or, okay, well, that's just great. Thank you, Visit. I definitely wanted to grab this blue gem and not kill this mage. Golly. Hold up. No, I'm not. No. Jesus Christ, I didn't need you to do all that. Oh my god, that makes it a lot easier though. I was kind of just hoping she would kill one guy on the first time. That aside, that was pretty embarrassing. I don't know why I just mash through whenever I play these games, but yeah, it's not a very good habit at all. Definitely something to work on, but I think that things worked out much better this time, so blessing in disguise, I guess. Really, I was just kind of counting on one adept across all of that, which would have been pretty likely, honestly. Either one adept or one crit, or just killing one of those guys. One of those three that attacked her would have been more than enough. But hey, we take those. Oh yeah, we definitely take those. You're not about to catch me resetting for some good luck or anything like that. Definitely not. That said, yeah, we should be good here. This right here is exactly what I'm talking about, though. Gotri shouldn't need help to kill a guy on 22 health. That's just... A lot of these other guys, though, are pretty good. Speaking of which, Liar... Not exactly Liar. Okay, maybe not Liar. I feel like Liar's a growth unit, though, and with her growths being pretty solid as far as the goos are concerned, I could see her being good eventually. One map isn't really enough to get a good feel for her. As I think I was starting to say, that Rolf actually isn't that bad. He just needed some more experience. I feel like if he were doubling more than just the generals here, he would be pretty crazy. 17 strength, not 17 speed, excuse me. But yeah, 17 strength actually makes him pretty considerably stronger than Shinon. It's just the matter of that speed difference is pretty big right now. Although Rolf's growths are ridiculous. Very good when they're buoyed. Thankfully, nobody over here can die, so I don't think that that's gonna matter. And since Gotri is, like, useless, he's completely useless, I don't really see too big of an issue with that. I guess maybe it matters. I don't know. We can kill this guy pretty easily. Actually, in fact, what I'm gonna do first is just have Titania throw her short axe at this guy. Obviously, we don't need an adept or anything like that because there's more than enough people to kill him. Laith. See, I kind of want to have Laith back up Titania because Laith is crazy. She's absolutely insane. Now, I do know that Laith is actually a little bit stronger here than she actually would be ordinarily. And the reason for that is to compensate for the fact that had you played this game all the way through, obviously you would have been able to use her in part 2, whereas this being a demo, we didn't get the chance to do that. So she got a little bit of a strength boost from what I understand. Ordinarily, she'd be roughly she'd be on par with this, maybe slightly weaker. I think that what it was is that she should probably have like S rank in her strike rating by now, and that would basically make up for the difference. That aside, though, she's ridiculous. She's goddamn ridiculous. In my mind, I think the best units in this are probably, well, Titania, obviously. So, discounting Titania, I think that Boyd and Laith are probably the two that are the craziest right now. Boyd is just so ridiculous. Obviously, he's got that whole accuracy issue, but seeing as how he actually started on good biorhythm for this map, he's one of the few characters who can completely smash these armor knights, regardless of not having a hammer or anything like that. He's doubling, which is pretty insane for somebody as strong as he is. If he had a better weapon or a more accurate weapon, I feel like he'd be really, really good. So I feel like he's in a pretty good spot. Mia already kind of said I really like what's going on with her. Now, how do we want to deal with these guys? I mean, I'd really like to get damage on this guy, but, well, maybe I can. Maybe, just maybe I can. Do you think that Mist can finish off this Armored Knight? She most certainly can. I feel like Mist is going to be insane, by the way. I feel like Mist will be absolutely ridiculous. Maybe, well, I don't know. It's just a demo. I want to say maybe too good, but maybe not. Just based on her growth rates, really. I know she'd need a lot of bonus experience, though, to get going. So there's always that to consider as well. Yeah, this Bishop guy is pretty crazy, though. How does Mia actually fare against you? Honestly, she's probably one of the best. Now, I'm kind of counting on Provoke to do a lot of the work for me here, and I think it should. I think that Provoke should, in fact, get that guy's attention. The general, that is. I think that Provoke will get his attention. And then Mia should be good to start shipping down the Bishop. That's kind of where I'm at. That's what I'm hoping for, anyways. So here comes a Fire Sage. Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. With Soren right there, though, he's taking basically no damage. And Shinon can double this guy, so that's really good damage on him as well. These crossbows are crazy. Now, you see that I have Ike there to distract the Bishop this time, so hopefully nothing too consequential comes of that. Oscar should bring him back right here, and unfortunately that Sage is alive, so Ike's taking a little bit of chip damage there. We get a counter, no Adept. Why Adept? I agree. So Mia's actually chipping that guy down quite a bit. If she gets res here, she can actually take another go. No res, but that's still a really good level up. Nothing to complain about there. Definitely not. Between Soren, Mia, and Shinon, though, I feel like that guy is done for, no doubt. I'm just kind of worried about that Sage surviving after all. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to take him out. I was kind of counting on Boyd to do it with his 90 whatever, but hey, here we are. So that kind of is the trade-off with him. He's really strong, of course. He has Wrath, which is pretty nice. I guess that was the logic behind giving him the Killer Axe, but no, that accuracy, man. But of course, he's very prone to missing, as we see. Now, with Rolf, we can probably take this guy out. I may have to give, yeah, I'm going to need the Cleave Bow for that one, but we can take him out of there with no issue. Well, I really want that. I want the Sleep Staff guy dead. Without a doubt, so let's try and clear a way for Titania. Yeah, there we go, Ike. Ike is still Ike. He's still very good, in case you forgot. Oscar should not talk to Ike, but instead throw a Short Spear at this guy, which should chip him down enough for Laith the Broken. Never thought I'd be saying that, but here we are. So come on, Laith. There we go. So he's no longer an issue. We even got a dodge. I think there was a sniper over there, and we know that there's a fire mage over here somewhere, so we don't really want her too close. That should be pretty safe. I think the sniper might be able to get her, but that's not really an issue. We can even use Reese now. Bring back Titania a little bit. Yeah, we probably should do that. And now I'm thinking that, like, Liar can move really far, and she has that cat vision bonus, so I think that if I renew the torch right here, well, we can see a Fire Sage for one, so did I screw up? I guess that's question number one. Oh, Liar can take it. Liar can take it. And yes, we do. We reveal the Elsleep guy, which is great. Elsleep does not have infinite range anymore, by the way. It's something worth pointing out. Well, I don't think it was infinite range in the original game, right? But it was like 1 to 30 or something crazy. So effectively infinite range. Here it's actually only 1 to 3. And from what I understand, they're going to be more readily available, so you'll have them to use, which is cool. I like that. I like that. I like a lot of the choices with the items in this game. Like this Cleave Bow, for example, is a pretty cool and interesting item that you wouldn't normally see. And I like the fact that it's not just your standard iron, steel, silver crap. There's actual differences beyond just stats on these items, and that's cool. That's cool. And when the items only really vary by stats, they tend to vary pretty wildly, right? We've seen weapons that are incredibly heavy, incredibly inaccurate, incredibly accurate, but weak. You know, all kinds of different options to really play around with, even when it comes to items, which is cool. I like that. Let's have Soren go ahead, shut this guy down. And ideally, Mia would get the killing blow here. I think we can even use Shinon with the longbow at this point. Oh yeah, we're even gonna get supports, which is, it doesn't matter in this case, but it's nice, I guess. We can chip that guy down though. Mist can bring Mia back. In fact, let's get Soren off the Elwyn because I believe that this game has the Fire Emblem for Magic Triangle. And that is a fire sage, and fire beats wind last I recall, so we don't really want to have any part of that. Yeah, Mia can murder this guy. Good night. He's really strong. Alright, let's see what happens. Yep, we got the attention of this guy. Oh, under attack. No. Yeah, shut up. I would have liked to see an adept there, Titania. Get an adept on this guy. We didn't double him last time, and we don't double him this time either. Unfortunate. Good God, Soren, what are you doing? Getting doubled. I didn't really account for that possibility. Weird that they would go after Ike and not Late. Or not Late, Liar. Weird that they wouldn't go after Liar. Considering. Alright, so here comes these guys. There's quite a bit of them. But these are the last enemies, I'm pretty sure. At least for the time being. I know we saw more reinforcements coming in from the south part of the map as well. So I'd almost kind of like to have Boyd head back. I'm not really too worried about the villages just because, I mean, I could get them. Like, what else is Gotri doing, really? But this is just more to showcase the map. And the items aren't any different. The dialogue's not any different to my understanding. So there's really no rush for that. I should probably be healing Laith, though, because she's really, really good. She's really, really good, so I'm going to bring her back. That is my logic. Now, we know that one of those guys up there has the Horse Slayer, which is the last thing we want to deal with, really. Yeah, so we better watch out for that. Definitely better watch out for that. And the Arc Wind is not really, we're not in a very good spot to be dealing with this either. How does Soren do here? He doesn't do very great or very badly. He's just kind of so-so. On the other hand, really this Arc Wind is the only kind of range that they have, though, so if I can back out of here a little bit, I can even have Soren heal up. We can trade this concoction around, I think. Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, Soren needs to heal. Without any doubt, Soren needs to heal. I would like Shinon to heal, I think. Ooh, actually, can I get a little bit cheeky here? We can kill one of these guys. Ooh. Let's say I kill you with Shinon, I kill you with Mia. But then Mist is gonna get silenced, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, and I want to do it that way because I would much rather have that group in the north deal with that gigantic warrior. Didn't he have like a battle axe or some crap? Yeah, and he's huge. He has 27 strength. What the hell? Of course, he should still actually be losing speed. Yeah, he's still losing 5 speed, so we should be able to double him pretty easily. Which is exactly why I want that other group to handle it. Worst case scenario here, I guess I can throw Gotri in the point. Nope, we do connect both of our attacks, which is great. That's absolutely fantastic. But what is not fantastic is the position that Shinon is in. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely less than ideal, for sure. Well, we can get out of that. That's not too bad. That's not too difficult of a situation. We have all kinds of ways out of this situation. In fact, let's just go ahead and have Liar. Yeah, we can drop Shinon back off because his offense is really good, of course. We don't really want to be losing out on that. Not for too long anyways. And then Mist can just bring Mia back, which should, in theory, prevent any kind of death. Yeah, seems good to me. Let's get Boyd back over here, I think. Then again, we should probably have him kill this fire sage, right? Yeah, let's just... Oh my god, Boyd. We don't double these guys. These fire sages are crazy fast, I have to say. They're definitely the fastest type, without a doubt. On the plus side, Titania can just basically kite these guys forever. Yeah, another Brave Lance. But as long as we're not in range... Oh my god, Titania, please. Yeah, you lost the gate. It's Titania, what did you expect? As long as we're not in range of that Horse Slayer, though, I think we can continue the offensive here a little bit. Very, very solid level up there. Very solid. That might even allow us to double this guy, which is nice. Yeah, it does. Cool. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be Boyd plus Ike on that guy, and then Oscar plus Lath on the other. That's easily the best way to do this. No doubt in my mind. So there's that. Take him out safely with the Iron Sword. And now, these two can easily gang up on this last one. Is anybody going to get a level up here? If anything, I'd really rather preserve HP on Lathe. She seems more important, honestly, at this point. Yeah, so we'll go in with Oscar first. It would have been nice to somehow dodge that, and it's not very likely. Unfortunately, Earth is not nearly what it used to be. And now we just got to make sure that we get the hell away from that short spear. We don't want any of that. Not at this point. I mean, Reese is in range, but he'll be fine. He'll be totally fine. Trust me. Trust me. In fact, we can just block him off with Lath if we really want to. And it's not the end of the world if Lath does get targeted just because she gets her gauge back that way, you know? Honestly, it might be outright beneficial to just leave her in range of this guy, but I'm afraid that the arc wind will mess her up. 29 attack. Let's see. Let's do math. Oh, I can't do math. Yeah, I can. Yeah, she's done for. Okay, so we can't do that. Instead, we're just going to protect Reese. We're just going to protect Reese. Heal on Mia, I guess. Yeah, let's bring back Mia. We don't want her to die to that arc wind or anything stupid like that. No reason to play risky at this point. I think this is pretty much in the bag. One more wave of reinforcements, of course, so that's something to think about. Not really sure what they're going to be. I seem to remember it was like a Swordmaster, a Sniper, something like that. Yeah, I don't know why, but the AI has this hard-on for going for the torches, so that kind of helps us out a little bit. Definitely could have done something a lot more threatening there. But we take those. Oh, yes, we take those. We're going to go for Lath. And here they come. Okay. So that's going to be the last wave, hopefully. Liar on transform. No wonder we lost our vision. I was going to say, because cats have really good vision when they're transformed. What we can do, though... Does Rolf... he's only got 15 speed, though. And this guy is actually losing enough speed. Wow, you would think that the Wind Sages would be the fast ones, but it's actually the Fire Sages. That's kind of throwing me for a loop, I'm not going to lie. But we can use Shinon and Rolf to kill this guy. And honestly, if Shinon from 4 range had 100%, then there's no reason that Rolf shouldn't. All we need to do is take a few seconds, heal up a little bit. We can have Mia use this concoction, I guess. I'd really kind of like Mia to get their attention, but I don't know what's out there. I'm scared, man. It could be anything. If I move here, though, and I guess we can just renew the torch. And maybe... Oh. They're actually over here. That is not what I expected. Okay. That's not really good. That's really not good at all, in fact. And I could put Gotri out there, but he's really bad, is the thing. He's going to get no kind of damage on these guys, and this guy will double him. Unless the L-Light somehow brings him down low enough? No. Gotri will get doubled. But if I put Soren next to him, which is kind of what I'm thinking about, I guess we're going to try and use Gotri here. Just as an example, if anything. I don't find him to be very useful, let me put it that way. And this is kind of the reason why. Let's give him a hand axe, though, I guess, just so that he can attempt to retaliate. Get him all the way back to full, because God knows he needs to be there if this is going to work. No, I can't really do much healing there. Ike and Lath can take this guy out. Yeah, Ike and Lath, let's go. And if Lath misses, as she does, Lath. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say I think that Titania can step in here though, because I'm gonna have Rolf do the dirty work there on the left-hand side. I think we can actually have Leif bounce, and she's got so much movement that I think that she'll be able to help out with these guys on the next turn, which is exactly what we want. I'm a little bit sketchy about that area, so we're going to move back. I think that Leif actually has a vulnerability, so that's good. We can use that on Mia, and again, because Mia has that extra little bit of range, we can still use her on the next turn. Rolf can now take the longbow, smite this last guy, hopefully. We're in support range now, come on. Yeah, wow, one shot. Yeah, see, that's where I think that Rolf is actually quite good. I'm not sure what Leonardo does, specifically. I remember liking him a lot, but it seems like Shinon has the bases. Rolf is sort of a delete button from what I'm getting. And Leonardo's just kind of good in general, and he also has his personal weapon, which I'm excited to see whenever that gets released. Yeah, it would definitely be to my best interest to not do that. Wow, we're 1 damage away. If only Soren were over here. Because I'd really like to attack this guy, you know? Because he seems a little bit dangerous. I don't know, just a feeling. But Boyd can go at this guy. I guess it is going to be Titania taking out the other. Now, if I miss this would be bad. Missing both would be pretty bad. We don't, though, fortunately, so that means I can heal Boyd up. And honestly, Ike's got to take a go at this guy. It's the only way. No. What am I saying? What am I saying? We have Titania attack this guy. And then block the path. Really? The killer axe is less accurate. Go figure. Did he do 33? He very well could have. Yeah, he does 37 in fact. So, short axe it is. Not trying to miss. We can still get a depths and craft, so it's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal at all. Oscar can finish this one off. We should be out of range of it. Oh my god, we're not. Oh, that was somebody else's range. What am I doing? Yeah, we just have Oscar throw a short spear over Boyd's shoulder, like so. Take that guy out of there. I feel like Oscar probably is pretty decent. Something kind of problematic with his whole role is the fact that he actually doesn't have a whole lot of resistance, though. He's like the second or third best pick for these guys to go after. So if his niche is to be a mobile restore staff, I feel like he should probably have a little bit more resistance just so that he can actually do that relatively safely without having to chug at pure water every 2 seconds, you know what I mean? Because I was looking at it, and like I say, he has the second or third lowest resistance out of all my guys. So it doesn't really help him out with his supposed job. Yeah, there they go after those torches again. Don't know what that's all about. I really don't. Three more guys. So I guess if I could have killed all of these guys, that would have been it. But that's kind of pushing it, honestly. These enemies are not exactly weak. This area is like a no-brainer, though. Yeah, I mean, this is free. This is as free as it gets. Okay, I guess Titania's gonna take the long way back around. If she... I kind of prefer if she didn't have time to make it. But if she does, so be it. At this point, Reese can now bring back Leif, who is an excellent unit. An excellent unit. Probably the most improved, honestly. Let's see it, buddy. Magic luck res. That's about what you would expect from a Reese level up. Yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. Now, let's see. How do we want to deal with this last section? I'm not trying to throw. I'm not trying to throw. No way. Yeah, I mean, I think if I just outrange him, right? I think that'll probably do it. Supposedly 9 is the turn limit again for the bonus experience, so I think that this is a pretty comfortable 7, unless there's some more reinforcements. There very well could be, I don't know. Might as well take that pot shot. We have somebody with Kanto over here in the form of Leif, so we can get her in, get her out, and that should be just about perfect. Now, I know we saw 3 guys over there. This Great Sword also is going to cancel out Soren's aura, so we can't really use him, unfortunately. And Gotry's not a particularly great wall either. Well, this is going to be some really good damage there. Gotry doesn't do 20, right? No, he does 19. He's just too weak, man. He really is. He's just too weak. He's too dang weak. We can throw that, though, pretty easily. Now, is there a concoction on one of these guys? Where did it go? Gotry's actually got it. I'm very tempted to just take it from... Yeah, we're just going to do this, actually. Shinon is, for some reason, still ridiculously tanky. So we can just do this. Bring him all the way back. Lathe can handle the other points pretty safely. And I think I can have Lyre throw a card over the Lantern to kill the Halberdier. Lathe should have enough HP at this point. I know there's a crossbow right there, and those hurt like hell, but I think it should be fine. If anything, they would probably attack Lyre. I was going to check her speed, but then I remembered she actually is allowed to keep some of it, which is nice. What's going on here? Why is it... That's weird. Did it always do that when you used a card? I don't know. I never used cards, I'll be honest. But we can take that guy out of there with Lyre. Which is just all kinds of embarrassing, but here we are. Get that level up. Yeah, Lyre's good. Clearly she's more growth oriented. Like, right? It's pretty obvious that that's the intent. I really don't want to touch this guy with a 10-foot pole, I'll be honest, but I think I need to get up close and personal. I might have to. If I can hit him at least once with this bow gun. Okay, there you go, Boyd. That's what I'm talking about. Get him out of there. I believe that was an elite as well, which is why he was so crazy strong. I mean, I may be able to get the villages. I might as well go for it. May as well. I don't see what else Oscar's doing there. And unfortunately, we're silenced. Oh, that's what Oscar was doing there. He was unsilencing Mist. What a terrible woman. I'll take that torch, though. Yeah, it was really shocking to me to just see how crazy that scene with Rolf and his mom was when I first saw that. That was a pretty good scene, I thought. Was that a Dark Mage? I think that is. It most certainly is. So all we got to do is wrap up with these last few guys. That's not any kind of issue at this point. May as well grab the blue gem. Who knows? It could be useful somehow. And with these guys already taking the chip damage that they did, and with Sword being able to get by this guy's aura, but it not mattering at all. Holy crap. Yeah, I totally forgot how potent the magic weapon triangle actually is. It's very strong. It's very strong. It's very noticeable, so you do want to be at weapon triangle advantage with that when you can. That's not really going to save him, I don't think. Get doubled. Get doubled, kid. Now, we can't get around it with magic, I guess, just due to the fact that he is at an advantage, but we can definitely use Shinon and his 32 mic crossbow. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, Mia's going to be really good. Mia's going to be really good. I just get the feeling. Oh, wow. Even that's not particularly great. By the way, I don't know if I brought this up. I don't think that I did, but I really don't see what the point of the recurve bow is, to be honest. It's insanely weak. It's insanely weak. I mean, I understand what it's supposed to do in theory, but I don't think that it works out in practice, to be honest. There we go. That's kind of what I was looking for. I don't think it works out in practice because, at best, if you get the grit, you're gaining like a net 3 points of damage. And I understand that it's a very accurate weapon, but I would rather use the crossbow every single time. And I think that most people probably would, so if it were up to me, I would suggest, as you can see, it's only got 4 might. I would maybe bump it up to like 7 or so. Then it would probably be worth it, but right now there's really no sense in taking that risk at all. It's just not a good move, really. Now, I don't really see any way to possibly throw this. Let's get the last kill with Lyre somehow. I think that's the way it's meant to be. So we're going to go ahead and heal her up. She does probably no kind of damage. Well, she did just get strength there, to be fair. So we go with Lathe, and that's going to be a huge chunk of this guy's life. I really hope there's nothing down here in the corner that I'm missing. That would be pretty bad. And we can go in with Rolf. Yeah, if I were to do this again, I'd probably give Rolf a little bit of bonus experience love, because if he got a few points of speed, he could double some of these guys pretty comfortably. And bring it home, Lyre. You already know animations. So yeah, all in all, I think that this is a very good head start. I think that this is a very good base for what you're trying to accomplish here, Dunnel. There's some things. I think that, again, Gotry is not in a good spot at all. You saw me attempt to use some tank there on the last few turns, and it worked out. I think that it's noticeable that he's able to take more hits than some of the other characters. Let me just throw that out there right now. If his only intent is to just be able to take more hits, then I think, okay, yes, he can. But what is he doing with those extra hits, you know what I mean? I guess if he's intended to be sort of this stallish, turtley type character, then I guess, but that wasn't really what he was in the original game, and I know that this is a reinterpretation. That's something that everybody should keep in mind. This is not just Radiant Dawn with some numbers moving around. There's a lot of differences here, as I'm sure you guys no doubt noticed. But I just don't really see myself ever considering Godfrey, you know what I mean? I see more people swearing by Meg. I definitely see that more. I see where more people would swear by Meg, honestly, and that that might sound kind of out of context because we're not doing part 1, but trust me, Meg has seen quite a bit of an overhaul, and I can see the positives to using her now. But Godfrey, ooh, I don't know. It just seems like he's a little bit too far behind to where he would need to be. Maybe on other maps that changes, but for my opinion as of right now, I definitely think that he, out of everybody that we saw, is the weakest unit. By far. By far. But there you have it. That is Fire Emblem Radiant Redux Part 3, Chapter 1. No doubt a very gameplay-oriented hack, and I think that this is making some very fun changes. It's definitely a refreshing take, without any doubt, and I can see where it does draw some inspirations from other games in the series, especially the more Kaga-esque ones. Notably in how characters seem to have more defined roles, and they might struggle a little bit to break out of those. However, a lot of these roles are useful, which is something that I can't necessarily say about other games in the series. I think that the numbers might need a little bit of tweaking, but I see a lot of good ideas here. I really do. I see a lot of good ideas, and with more time, I definitely think that this could be something worth checking out for sure. I had a lot of fun playing it, I'll tell you that. Anyways, that is going to do it for me. Once again, this is Fire Emblem Radiant Redux. You can check it out in the description below if you have not already and this interests you. Anyways, it's been fun, guys. I will catch you guys next time. See ya. Peace. Aha, you know what? I forgot. We actually get some new people at the start of this next map, so let's just look at these guys real quick, because I am curious. So we have Ilyana with the eat. She's eating something. I don't know about Ilyana, man. Apparently she's pretty good, though. I do remember using her before, and she was alright. Certainly better than she is in the original game, that's for sure. I like the fact that she's really tanky. She's kind of like your own Mage Knight. As we've seen on the last map, the Thunder Mages tend to be really, really tanky, and so is Ilyana, so that's cool. That's cool. What's this Arc Thunder? Range 1, really strong. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ilyana's strong. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I haven't seen any of Nephany, Braum, Heather, or Har, though, before, so this is all new for me. I've seen Ilyana a little bit before. Obviously, part 1 is out, in case you are not aware. But, Nephany looks okay. Nephany certainly looks okay. I'm guessing she's like the Swordmaster Albadier, probably. That would be my guess. She still has Wrath, critical plus 15 as well. That's pretty neat. She has a speed wing for reasons unknown. I assume that has something to do with part 2. Now see, this is more like what I would expect from a general. He's got a lot of HP, 20 defense is pretty high by any metric. He hits hard. Yeah, this guy is just better than Godfrey. Braum is just better than Godfrey. So like, I don't know, man. I think Godfrey needs another look. Heather over here, Gambit, as I understand, it's supposed to be throwing cards around and crap, which makes sense. She has good magic. She has very good magic. Let's see what else. She has Pass still, which is cool. That's definitely a useful ability on a thief. This is very inaccurate. 50 hit. 50. I don't know. Maybe Soth. Maybe Soth would probably do a little bit better with that. I can't remember. I can't remember how skillful Soth is. But I don't know about 50 accuracy on Heather, man. That doesn't sound too appealing to me. Har, who is now no longer God, I should imagine. Still very tanky, though. 62 HP, 60 defense, but his speed is now no longer, like, one-off doubling everything in the game as it is in the original version, so it's probably a lot more balanced. Still has cancel, so that's pretty cool. Apparently, there is something on this map that I should see. So let's just see what happens, I guess. So Oliver's just chilling here. Oh my god. Okay, I feel like I can kill him. Alright, Resire is actually strength-based in this. It has 1 to 3 range. I feel like I can kill him. Somehow. If I would have dumped all of my experience into Titania, I could kill this guy. I definitely could have. Oh, it's so tempting, but then I'd have to replay the last map. This looks crazy. Great Knights. I wonder how accurate this is as to what the chapter will actually be. So Oliver's just chilling out here in the middle of it. This is almost as random as Oliver being in this game to begin with. I was expecting like Dickensia or like the Black Knight, but no. No, it's just this guy. Apparently these are actually his stats. So I imagine he's like the best Nosferatu user in the game then. 30 strength. I definitely don't see Laura doing that anytime soon, nor Micaiah. Where's isn't it? No, it's Istvan. I thought it was Grommel for some reason. Oh, I could take this guy. I'll bet if I could somehow kite Oliver, I could beat this map. I don't know. I don't feel like you're supposed to though. Okay, that's it for real. I'll catch you guys later.